Well, hello there. Once again, I've taken on the task of trying to make a brand new Godzilla suit. Now, I've made other videos in the past and shown different techniques and everything, and so I'm not going to go back through all of that same stuff all over again, but I am going to point out a few new things that I'm trying to make an even better suit than the ones I've done in the past. Okay, one of the new things I've done is that I've done building up the bodysuit and all that kind of stuff before, so I'm not going back in that. But what you can see here, this is the new body, and you'll see that I've done the texture on this. This is L200 foam. My first time for using it. I'm really loving it. Okay, for a couple reasons. One, it's easy to work with. It's easy to kind of sculpt and cut and all those kind of things, so that makes it really good. And what I decided to do differently, because one of my problems in the previous suits is that once you put all the foam on and you cover it with the cloth and then you do the layers of latex and paint and all that, it gets so darn heavy and it gets really stiff and it's really hard to be mobile with the suits. And so what I've decided to do this time is I'm going to go as light as possible on the latex aspect of it and as little of foam as possible. And so instead of building everything out of foam, I created the bodysuit, and then basically I'm using the texturing, gluing down these little strips of L200, so cutting them out into shapes like this, and then basically just positioning them and gluing them. So I cover until I cover the whole body. It's not completely done yet, but I'm working my way through. That way, when I go to put the latex on and paint, I'm not going to have to do as many layers as I did before. Well, at least hopefully. At least my theory, so we'll see what the end product looks like. But for right now, this is my going theory, and so this is my plan. Hopefully that'll give me a much more flexible suit, and it won't be as heavy as the ones I've made in the past. I've already gone and put on the back spines. So also did it out of the L200. It's very lightweight, and I like working with it. And so we're going to see how that works out for this brand new suit. Okay? Okay. I just sculpted the head out of clay, and so hopefully you can kind of see what I've done here. Okay. Now, I'm only doing the top portion because my plan is I'm going to mount it on this baseball helmet, and hopefully this will be the bottom jaw part, which hopefully will open and close. Another thing I've had difficulty making work in the past, so I think this design might work out better. But anyways, this is the sculpt. I'm going to mold this and then hopefully be able to create a version of this in polyfoam. I've talked about that in previous videos, but I'll show you again when I get to that point. But basically, I'm going to make a mold of this one, this top, and then hopefully be able to use that as a topper for on top of this, which will then I'll match with the lower jaw. Okay, I've done a first layer coat of Platcell Gel 10 silicone. So my thought is I'm going to make a silicone mold first, and then I'm going to come back and do a plaster mold after I take the silicone mold off. That way I'll have two reliefs and hopefully give me some versatility with what I can do later down the line with it. So that's the green stuff on here is the silicone. I will have to put several more coats on, but I'm doing it progressively. Okay, this is the clay sculpture that I covered with the silicone. I think I got enough layers on it, so I'm going to go ahead and take the silicone mold off. Hopefully it'll work. And there we go. I should have what I need on the inside there. Okay. Okay, here's the next step. I made that mold out of clay and then the silicone, and then once I had the mold made, then I poured the polyfoam into the mold, and that's what I got here. I have the top of the Godzilla head in polyfoam, and I've spray foamed the top of this helmet where I'm going to have the lower jaw attached to it and everything, and so hopefully I'll be able to mount this top onto that and make it match up and carve it together so it'll look like a good head. Anyways, that's where I am right now.